Thank you. It gives me pleasure to rise and speak on the Tariff, New Zealand, Hong Kong, China Economic Partnership Agreement Amendment Bill. And I believe this is a very important bill before the House. A number of speakers previously have raised the issue of the work the last government did in trade. I think it's very important to clarify for a moment that actually, with the exception of one, all parties in this Parliament generally have been in favour of trade, freer trade agreements and the promotion of New Zealand businesses, their interests overseas. So I think it's important we recognise that at the forefront the last Labour government had this as a priority. Where that priority fell down for our exporters in New Zealand was the speed with which they were able to get from the rhetoric of Cabinet, where somebody in a very deep voice would say, I think it's a good idea we have more trade with countries overseas, and a trade minister in a squeaky voice would say, I'll go over there and have a look and see if we can do some trade agreement deals. And of course, all those years later, 9 years later, there were very few agreements in place. But the system was started by at least one or two of the members opposite. Who's delivered on this, Mr. Speaker? We heard analogies of rugby. Well, I would suggest in some years to come, when we think of that wonderful game of rugby that happened in South Africa the other day, it will be the last 3 minutes that's remembered. Of course, a very hard work in the lead-up, the half an hour before that, but the last 3 minutes where the tries were scored. And of course, it was our minister, hard-working Minister Tim Grocer, who earlier this year, on the 29th of March, was able to make sure that this agreement was signed. 5 short months later, this is about to enter into law in New Zealand. It will be good for our exporters. It will be good for the people in forestry. It certainly will be good for farmers in my electorate. The kiwi fruit producers, the orchardists, think it's a wonderful thing. And of course, people that like to buy goods that are imported from overseas in my electorate and other members' electorates will enjoy the benefits that this agreement will deliver to them. Mr. Speaker, I support it fully and look forward to diving into this in greater depth in the committee stage of the whole House. Thank you.